stock market, and medical records.
Arcblock's design can be used to connect different blockchain protocols and platforms. Developers won't get locked in with one platform anymore.
The Open Chain Access Protocol provides an abstract layer for accessing underlying blockchains, enabling your application to work on different blockchains. Your applications can be freely switched instead of changing your business logic codes.
Arcblock is born for Blockchain 3.0. I believe our platform makes the technology accessible for the people in their everyday life. It's essentially changing the world.
Arcblock is designed to perform in cloud environment, which boosts performance and reduces the cost of blockchain. Our ultimate goal is to create a platform that offers user-friendly blockchain applications more for consumers, which in turn enables developers to focus more on the technology.
The ABT currency that we have issued allows a one-to-one mapping with ERC20. Developers get to use an advanced Ethereum ecosystem, as well as obtaining a high-performance and fully functional token economy service. Besides being a cryptocurrency, ABT can be used as a pass, such as user recognition, certificate, and document in the real world. We encourage more miners to join Arcblock in order to get more tokens. With the help of the token, Arcblock will become a service platform that constantly improves.
Blockchain started almost 10 years ago with Bitcoin, then slowly evolved into 2.0 projects like Ethereum. Arcblock represents the third generation of blockchain projects, and will elevate computing platforms for blockchain next level.
It is an ecosystem for developing decentralized applications. The ecosystem will evolve on its own. We are just here to ignite a new revolution.
네, 아크블럭의 창업자이신 밀소 로버트 마우님을 모시겠습니다. Let me invite Mr. Robert Mao, the founder of Arcblock, to the stage. Please welcome him with a big round of applause. 여러분 박수로 맞아주십시오.
Hi everyone. I believe everyone just saw me in the video, not here. Thanks a lot for coming here, and thanks a lot for the organization from the crypto groups and every people who work to make this happen. I'm Robert Mao, founder and CEO of Arcblock. When we announced the project of Arcblock, we always talk about the Arcblock is born for blockchain 3.0. But what is blockchain 3.0? Blockchain technology has just come into being within 10 years. The blockchain 1.0, which is actually the first blockchain that ever come to this world, represented by Bitcoin, is a distributed ledger. On this distributed ledger, it records the transactions. The transaction is distributed and is public to everybody. And then it comes to the blockchain 2.0, which is represented by Ethereum. So what essentially Ethereum does is essentially the Ethereum not only records the transactions on ledgers, it also has the code. With this code of the ledger, that makes the smart contract possible. The blockchain 3.0 is all about applications. Because before that, the only two applications of the blockchain essentially is one is Bitcoin. The other are the ICO, the blockchain project, use the ERC20 to issue the tokens. But for the blockchain 3.0, it's going to come to the real. There's going to be tons of applications that use on top of the blockchain that essentially make it some kind of fundamental applications that everybody can use. We also believe that blockchain 3.0 is also going to take advantage of the cloud computing technology. It's going to be the blockchain plus the cloud computing. This is just within 10 years. Because 10 years ago, the blockchain is still something on a white paper. is just the name of the data structure. But today, the blockchain is a phenomenon around the world. So I'm so glad so many people are here talking about the blockchain. However, when the developers that seriously want to develop blockchain applications, they might face a lot of problems. May I ask if there's any developers here in this room? Please raise your hand. Okay, not a lot. So I can share what blockchain developers with the problems that we're facing today. So when you seriously want to develop a blockchain applications, the first problem you're going to be facing is what kind of blockchain to use. There's tons of different technology in the market. Already hundreds or thousands of blockchains projects there, and there's new projects coming every day. So for the developers, they first have to think about what kind of blockchain technology should I use in my project. And each of those different projects, they might have different technology. They might use different language. They might have different architects. For the developers, they have to not only think about how to develop applications, but also think about what kind of underlayer blockchain to evaluate. The performance is another issue. In today's Bitcoin, there's only about 7 transactions per second. Even though there's a lot of new technology, such as cyberfiles, are improving this a lot. The developers still having to facing the problem like the poor performance, the costly, the huge cost of the development and the use. And the users might have to pay the gas fee. All of those has made the blockchain applications is hard to land into reality. One of the important reasons is there are so many different blockchains, but there is no open standard. There is no common architect. There is no unified query language or the language that help users help the developer access them. These are all those hurdles today's developer having to face. And the Arcblock has a solution. Here, I'm going to give a brief introduction about how we architect Arcblock to make it easier for the developers. The first one is we call it Open Chain Access Protocol. In short, it's called OCAP. The Open Chain Access Protocol is an abstract layer. We use abstract layer to allow developers to talk to different blockchains with one unified language. And the best of all, it's open standard. Once we develop this, we're going to open source the protocol itself, and we are also going to open source the reference implementation that we built for OCAP. That is to say, the whole community can work together with us to supporting more and more different blockchains. With the Open Chain Access Protocol, the developers will be able to talk to different blockchains, sending transactions to different blockchains with one unified interface and one unified query language. And the community can work together with us to build different chain adapters to adapt more and more chains into this whole ecosystem. Open Chain Access Protocol helps the developers to access the chain. And the Blocklet is actually a framework. It's an application framework that is basically contains all those best practices that we used to have for the blockchain application development. So Blocklet essentially is a microservice and a serverless framework to bring in all those design and develop best practice into one place. So the developers can easily use the Blocklet to develop the blockchain applications. And the best of the Blocklet is not only be able to talk to the blockchain, it's also be able to talk to the traditional world. If you have application to do, you might not only need to use the blockchain, you might still need to have the data in the database. You might still need to access some of the API or service in the traditional world. So Blocklet is here to help. So Blocklet brings on-chain computing and off-chain computing together and it also enabled the easier to deployment and development, to deploy the full Blocklet into the cloud computing environment. The third key component